All right, everyone, welcome back into another props video. Going to be touching on the top prop bets today here on PrizePicks and Underdog for both college basketball and the NBA. But first, just a quick recap from yesterday. So yesterday continued the pretty darn good stretch that we've been on picks-wise, going 6 for 9, which continues the really good week stretch that we've had, hitting 67% of our bets. Now, unfortunately, yesterday did not cash a full slip, which is kind of crazy going 6 for 9 on the day. But yeah, it continues a very good stretch that we've been on really the past week, past 2 weeks, past month, and past year. I mean, we're up 50 units on the year, 20 units over the past 2 weeks. Just really good success there. And that does want to make me call out that, guys, again, I know I said this like every single video now for the past week. Do not be surprised if we have a terrible day today or tomorrow. The hit rate that we've been on with the bets is not sustainable. 67% is not sustainable. All right. The expected hit rates that we're typically targeting bets wise are like 55%, right? You guys have been watching the videos, you know. I just want to reiterate that. Do not be surprised if a bad day happens. And honestly, that could happen today. Looking through the board, college basketball wise, NBA wise, we're getting like 2 good bets in college basketball and then maybe 1 good one in the NBA as it sits right now. Now, we're not getting any fantasy score prop bets just yet. And we're going to need to get some good fantasy score prop bets for at least Underdog because we are getting this pretty awesome promo that Underdog has given us. And let's start off with that. So Underdog has given us this 77% boost token for the Luka Doncic trade to the Lakers. Okay, kind of I'll show you guys a meme that I put out on Twitter that I think is kind of funny. But my strategy for this is going to be probably doing a 3-slip flex bet, honestly, on this and just maxing out whichever payout we have. And if we hit 2 out of 3, at least we are still getting a profit off of that. Okay, that's going to be my strategy. But again, I'm probably just going to be waiting until we get some of those NBA fantasy score bets on Underdog, which we know are typically the best bets that we should be targeting. And the stupid joke that I made was this is how the rest of the NBA views Luka Doncic. And then this is how the Dallas Mavericks view Luka Doncic. Apparently there's rumors that part of the reason as to why they traded him is due to his conditioning concerns. And honestly, maybe there's something there. I tend to believe the team that's trading a player like that more so. But it still seems like a crazy trade. Regardless, for Underdog, we do want to be taking advantage of that promo that's out there. Again, if you've never signed up for Underdog and want to do so, an easy way to help out the channel as well is going to be to use the promo code 925. You can take advantage of the 50% deposit match that they're doing as well. Just a simple way to help out the channel and take advantage of some free money that they're trying to toss out at you. Now, guys, we are going to go ahead and jump on into the college basketball prop bets here, the top ones that we're getting. And we got Nate Biddle for under his fantasy score here on PrizePicks, but we are actually going to see this is a much better bet on Underdog. Okay, so this is going to be a bet slip that we're going to be running out on Underdog specifically. And I could argue, just given the big prop line difference that we're getting between PrizePicks and Underdog, that we should maybe potentially try to hit a middle here on PrizePicks. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing the line for PrizePicks being at 27.5, the average sportsbook line being around 24, the projection date at 31, and also the Underdog line at 31. Obviously, there's a lot of discrepancies going on with those lines. Probably the average Vegas line is a little bit too low there, but maybe we could run a middle. The point is, do not bet the under on PrizePicks for this one. I already did that before the Underdog lines came out, unfortunately, but now that we have the Underdog line, it's pretty clear that that's the bigger edge that we are getting. We want to be using that there. Now, flip side here, we got Bryce Williams for under his fantasy score here on PrizePicks that we are going to see is a much better edge here on PrizePicks to be betting the under. It's off by almost 1 between PrizePicks and Underdog. And we look at Bryce Williams. He is coming in off of a very good game there against Illinois, but been pretty much hit or miss, but also been pretty consistent most of the season, just over the last like 2 games, very hit or miss. It's from 16 to 47. That kind of goes back to the whole, if someone's coming in off of a poor game, a really poor game, they typically go and have a really good game. And so don't be surprised if he's just closer to his average here in this one. But we are definitely getting a decent edge on this bet on PrizePicks. And then from there, guys, like, look at it. We're not even getting another bet that's over 54% likely to hit. Now, these two are fine. Like Javon Small for under his points and assists, I'm fine with. We got Dylan for under his points, rebounds, and assists. The projection data really doesn't like this. Underdog has actually bumped this down to 18. And so in simple, guys, right here is most likely going to be my PrizePicks bet of the day. Actually, I'll go ahead and say it right now. That's the PrizePicks bet of the day, at least for college basketball. Again, guys, do not be surprised if we have a bad day soon. It's due to happen. I've been doing this a long time. Most of you guys have been doing it a long time. You know that that's true as well. Hopefully it doesn't happen, right? But especially on a limited board day, don't be surprised if we're running out 2 bets. Maybe they both miss. That could end up happening. Now we'll jump on into Underdog here, guys. And so yes, Nate Biddle, we are going to be betting his under here on Underdog. That is clearly an edge compared to how Vegas sees it going. And then again, because we're getting our exposure to Bryce Williams under on PrizePicks, there's no need to get there on Underdog. So I don't mind getting to PJ Haggerty for over 4.5 rebounds. I think that that's a pretty solid bet as well. well. And I actually have a decent 3-slip bet that I like. I'm going to show you guys a PGA prop bet here as well, where I don't mind the idea of betting on Rory to get under 5.5 birdies or better. Now, it's tough. He's currently playing well. He played really well in round 3. He had a spike round in round 3, though. Okay, so typically speaking, he's not going to go out and play as well as he did in round 3. Okay, so to get 6 birdies is actually a lot on the tournament that they are playing here, guys. Typically speaking, the average is about 4.5. Okay, so he would need to be above that by 1.5, which he did yesterday. But the course is expected to play much more difficult throughout the day due to wind. Now, it is a shorter course, so that doesn't add up as much as other courses does, but it is still going to play more difficult. And so he could get to 5. He probably will have like 7 opportunities to score a birdie. It's just whether or not he's making those putts. And given the fact that he did yesterday, I don't expect him to make them today. So I do want to get into the underdog bet of the day as it sits right now, and then we'll be jumping on into just the NBA in general. So I'll show you guys the underdog bet slip, and then we'll jump into the NBA. And so here we go, guys. And I had a slight boost to this one as well. I actually ended up running this one out as a flex bet as well. Typically, I wouldn't do that. But when sites are trying to throw me free money or you guys free money, I just want to take it. So if they're giving me a boosted profit, and if my bet slip goes 2 for 3 here, I can still make profit off of that. Typically, it's 1x, but you give us that boost, we can make a profit off of that. I'm going to take that. And so that's kind of what I recommend for this one, and also the Lucas Square as well, where we can get rewarded for even missing a bet. Now, typically speaking, that's not the long-term strategy that we want to be deploying, but I give my advice for like everyone. And I know everyone doesn't have a massive bankroll. They can't actually take those, potential losses on a day like today. So don't mind this approach a little bit better here today, again, because that profit boost. Okay, guys, so looking at the NBA board today, again, very limited board. We're really not getting that many great bets as it sits right now. You could potentially do Evan Mobley for over, 2.5 assists, but all these bets honestly feel like we'd be forcing them as it sits right now because we don't have any bets that are over 54% likely to hit. So we're really not getting any good prop bets here. If we look at the bet tag, I don't even know if we're going to, we are getting a couple of hammer bets maybe. Let's see. Okay, so these are okay. Again, the call out for these is just when we are getting some sort of prop line difference between maybe Underdog and really just the comparison to all the other sites. And I'm looking at this, and I actually probably want to be mostly on Tobias Harris potentially for over 16.5 or 16 points and assists. So probably has a good chance to be a push here for Tobias, but honestly, probably a better bet on something like Sleeper, or, I know they do their Sleeper Sunday scoops. That could be a bet that we're rolling with. We'll jump on into Underdog, seeing if we're getting any good bets there as well. But again, guys, with Underdog, with NBA, with us only being able to do NBA slip forward, that Luka Doncic one, we are trying to wait to see if we get better bets. Because look at it, guys. The best bet that we have right now is Jared Allen to get over 12.5 rebounds and assists. Okay, pretty good bet, honestly, but only about a 53% likely to hit. We know that is not a good long-term bet. Okay, right now, we'd be forcing them. Jared Allen for over rebounds, not terrible. Al Horford, we're just not getting that many great ones here. That's the issue. And again, guys, limited board. We look at kind of the bet tag slip here. 3 okay ones, right? So very limited board there. And so then we get into the prize picks bet of the day here, guys. Simple 2-slip bet. I wish I could give you guys more bets, but I'm not going to force it for you guys. And I couldn't wait too long. Obviously, the longer I wait, the more that hurts the video. It's so strange. Like, we've been dominating in 2025. And because I care about your guys' bankroll, I tend to put these videos out later to give you guys the best bets. And for whatever reason, I know why. YouTube just hates it. Like, I look at the views per minute. It's doing well there, but just not enough shelf life there. But I don't know. I would rather give you guys good bets than force out videos earlier on in the day that really aren't going to help you guys. So the nice part about all these bets is they're typically good to go for most of the night. They typically don't change for most of the night, specifically the college basketball bets. So that's kind of the bend the edge there, and we're going to stick to betting on that edge. All right, guys, that is going to do it. Again, if you guys want access to any of the tools that you saw in this video, make sure to head on over to 905sports.com. Get access to all the fantasy golf tools as well as all the prop tools for just $10 a month, guys. Take advantage of that. It's the best value out there. You can sign up heading on over to the pricing and plans tab. Take a peek at all the tools that we have offered there as well. Best value out there, guys. Take advantage of it. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Do appreciate that. Good luck. And as always, let's keep cashing.